From watching tiny home videos to living in one, this place was really beautiful. We all loved it. Finally, when her friends reached Edinburgh, we packed dinner from KFC and with an interesting sleeping situation, got ready early in the morning to start our trip. Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Wacky Chronicles. In our previous video, we explored the capital city of Scotland, Edinburgh, for 2 days. This is our day 3 and 4 of our Scotland trip. We had rented a car, a Kia, from a Scottish agency. In Scotland, tourists can rent a car with an Indian driver's license. We have included more about the agency in the description box if you want to check that out. The driving lanes in the UK are same as it is in India. However, there are many more rules that one needs to be careful of. We followed this route for our entire trip. We covered 750 miles in 4 days. We started from Edinburgh early in the morning and our plan was to reach Loch Lomond before breakfast and for our first dose of caffeine. It was picturesque right from get-go. The autumn colours were distinctly visible throughout the road trip. An hour later, we reached Loch Lomond. We stopped at the visiting centre there. So throughout Scotland, every tourist point has a visiting centre. It's like an information centre, but with a little shopping mart, usually having both hot and cold food section. Loch Lomond was carved out of glaciers and it was formed during the last stages of Ice Age. Loch Lomond is now one of Scotland's top boating and water sports venue, with visitors coming in for all kinds of water activities like paddleboarding, water skiing and kayaking. We spent some time walking along the lake, sipping on coffee and watching the birds play in the lake. It was our first international road trip and we are heading to the Scottish Highlands. It was something we would discuss every now and then before when we travelled in India. And now when we are actually doing the road trip, we feel so much happy about it. This was definitely a ticking off the bucket list kind of moment for us. From here, we again started our journey onwards to Glencoe. We were awed and amazed by the scenic beauty of the Scottish landscape, and the best way to explore it is definitely with a road trip. Along the way, we saw so many mini caravans, which were used for a family or a couple trip. They were all parked at locations with an awesome view, and we thought to ourselves, what a great way to tour the country. On our journey and before reaching Glencoe, we stopped for a little break and checked the view from this place. We spend a good amount of time here with photos and videos and just looking at the view. At one point of time, there was dance of the clouds on those mountains. Fun fact is that in the Harry Potter and Prisoner of Azkaban movie, the hut where Hagrid lived was shot in the Chalet gully in Glencoe. The hut doesn't exist, of course, because it was a set, but the location is the same. There are so many other shooting locations of the Harry Potter series in Scotland, and we were going to visit a couple of them. The entire landscape of Glencoe was surrounded by huge mountains and fields with little towns in between them. There were so many shops and local eateries where you can go in and have a good time. After spending some time admiring the mountains of Glencoe and soaking in the beautiful landscape, it was time to move further to have some refreshments and some warm coffee as the weather was windy and chilly.
Hello.
For our break, we stopped at the visitor center of Glencoe and had some sandwiches and coffee. Again, the location of this visitor center was so beautiful, we couldn't help ourselves but sit outside in the cold but sipping warm coffee. And when we say about the location being beautiful, how can we not show you the bird's eye view of Glencoe? The sun has set and this day has come to an end. It's now time for us to locate our Airbnb on the maps and head towards it.
Left.
We came across this incredible chalet and decided to book it for our stay in Glencoe.
Hi! We are in Glencoe, Scotland right now and we are staying in this beautiful Airbnb. We started our Scotland trip in Edinburgh. I visited Edinburgh for 2 days and then we started our trip to the Scottish Highlands for 3 days. In Edinburgh, we were there for 2 days and we explored the city. We liked it a lot. In fact, we loved it. And then we started our trip to the Highlands and we are going to cover around 3 to 4 places here. This is a road trip and this is the first day here, which we are spending in a beautiful Airbnb. But today, for a change, I'm not going to give you the tour of the Airbnb and somebody else is going to do it. And that's our friend Shweta.
I feel
you. Giving the tour of this B&B. Hi, this is Shweta. This time I'll be giving the tour of this B&B. This is the living room. You can see we have got couch everywhere which can accommodate around 4 to 6 people and we all are sitting here having party. So we have got a lot of snacks in the house and you can see it's a bit messy. The laptop is on but nobody's working, of course. This is the kitchen and as you can see we have got tea, coffee, sugar and they have given this Nescafe Gold coffee also, which is really tasty, and we have all the cutleries given by them here. We have got these items here. We purchased it and we are preparing chicken and rice, so these are not provided by them. It's the fridge and these are the items given by them. And here we have a compartment where we got these items for breakfast.
temporary cook we have kept, and here you can see we are cooking chicken and rice. It's just the onions getting fried now, and then the potatoes are cut there. But
I'm the main chef here.
Okay.
The sous chef.
I'll show you. We have 2 bedrooms here. First one. This is a bit small but very cozy, and here goes the second one, which is kind of master bedroom, you can say. And this is a bit bigger than the other one, and it has also an attached washroom. And this is the common washroom we have. This is a bit bigger one. You can see the chicken is almost prepared, and it is being prepared by Ravi, who is the in-house chef for tonight. Okay guys, bye!
रोज मुलाकातें लम्हा गुज़ारे आमदे क्या तुम्हें याद है हाँ मुझे याद है.
We'll have all the food in the house.
From watching tiny home videos to living in one, this place was really beautiful and I loved it. We all loved it. There were 2 rooms and 1.5 washrooms. It was really tiny and it looked like Alice in Wonderland, the tiny kitchen and the miniature version of everything. So for now we are checking out of this stay and moving on to our next destination, which will be Ben Nevis. We plan to hike there, but we don't know if it will be possible or not. But we plan to cover Ben Nevis, Glenfinnan, and then move on to our next stay around Glenfinnan somewhere.
With all the amazing breakfast options that was made available to us by our B&B host, we made ourselves a good breakfast and decided to get coffee on our way. Numerous photo and video sessions later, we were back on the road and headed towards Ben Nevis. Nevis is the highest mountain in Scotland and was open for trekking. But because we weren't prepared for the trek to the top, we decided to skip it this time and instead headed towards Glenfinnan. We took short breaks to see waterfalls near Ben Nevis and the view in general. Glenfinnan is a hamlet in the Scottish Highlands where you can visit the Glenfinnan monument, which marks an important historic event in the history of Scotland. If you want to know more about the monument, check out the links to the articles in the description box.
Now we are going on a hike to the Glenfinnan Viaduct, where the Harry Potter train scene was shot, the Hogwarts Express. There's a bridge that the Hogwarts Express goes on. Now the train, it doesn't run anymore because of I think the season ended or something like that, but we missed it. We were very unlucky because the train ran last yesterday, but we came here today, so we can't see the train, but we are just going to see the railway track.
Our next stop was the Glenfinnan Viaduct, popularly known as the Harry Potter Bridge, was built in the 1800s. The viewpoint of this bridge is a 20-minute walk from the parking space with spectacular views from the top. This is the bridge which the Hogwarts Express passes after leaving from the 9 3/4 platform at King's Cross. The Glenfinnan monument is located just near the Loch Lomond, which is also very significant to the country's culture. But popularly for Potterheads, Loch Lomond was also featured in the Harry Potter movies. In the third movie of the series where Harry rides Buckbeak, it was over this lake. With this, we end our video as we head on to our next destination, which is the largest and northernmost of the major islands of Scotland. It was a unique and amazing experience of the wild Atlantic.
How did you feel?
Fell?
How did you feel?
How did you fell?
I fell from the top.
How did you feel?
Great.
Great? Just great?
Amazing. Amazing.
Do you remember?
This is Wacky Chronicles signing off here. If you have liked this video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment of what you liked about the video,
I love sky.
share it further and subscribe to the channel if you still haven't. Till then, bye!